What's up, guys? This is Heis, and today we're going to be playing Two of These People Are Lying with the 3/4 of an Idiot. Oh, we didn't say that last episode. We didn't clarify who we are.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't. We said who we are, but we didn't say that we're 3/4 of one idiot.
Didn't we? Yes, you did. Yes, we did.
Did we?
You did.
Okay, I've confused myself. Welcome.
Not a good start for the game where you have to keep your head straight.
Yes, it's not. So this is going to go poorly.
Poorly.
I'm your host, Heis, also known as Mark Huber, and today joining us, it is Brett Wiebold. He's scary.
Do you fear death?
Saying that so, like, Karen-esque.
I got a soft voice.
Instead
We're
of
gonna put a
Davy
happy little
Jones.
bush over here, and I'm gonna hide you in
Oh,
it.
God.
He's homicidal Bob Ross.
Yes, that's a vibe.
We're just gonna move past that. Also joining us today, he's no longer Doug Dimmadome, it's Leighton Moreland.
Hello. I do not like sheep.
And as our special guest today, because remember, we are the 3/4 of one idiot.
Emphasis on special.
Yes, our special guest today. As a way to hopefully fill that void, that last quarter of the idiot, it's Dusty's friend Jimmy from the Cog! Woo! I didn't realize you're wearing a actual Cog paraphernalia.
Yeah.
Yes.
The back of it's even better.
He's repping the company merch.
That's fantastic.
Do y'all sell those in the gift shop, or is that...
Nope, that's a crew sweater.
Oh, that's awesome.
We sell these in the gift shop, though.
At your channel gift shop, yes.
Yes.
If the museum started selling those, I'd be impressed.
I would be impressed, too.
And a little worried.
Yes, at the same time. Okay, so today we're playing Two of These People Are Lying because two of these people will be. On these cards, they have written down many railroad topics of various varieties and things, and I'm going to pick one of the cards, and they're going to have to all convince me that it is their card. And I get points if I pick the correct one, and they get points if they get picked. But two of them, of course, will be lying. So, today's first topic. Alice the Goon. Alice the Goon. Brett, Alice the Goon.
Alice the Goon is a streamlined express engine.
Okay. Streamlined Express engine, Leighton Moreland.
Named for a home-built wrecking crane on an obscure logging railroad in the Northwest.
Obscure logging railroad crane. Wrecking crane. Okay. Jimmy.
Alice the Goon, a Pinkerton Detective Agency employee.
We've got three different things here.
This Alice the Goon is going to read you your papers. Send you up the river.
Okay, so express locomotive, crane, and Pinkerton employee, which can only bode poorly for the eras of steam railroading. But anyway, Brett, tell me more about Alice the Goon, the locomotive.
So Alice the Goon was a stainless streamliner built for the Q, actually. It was a Hudson that was designed, I believe it was for the Zephyr. And this was the age when diesels were still not experimental, but less than reliable. Yeah, so they had a steam engine that could supplement and pull the Zephyr if necessary, or whatever special train it was. I can't remember specifically, it was that one.
Okay.
And it is called Alice the Goon because it was said by employees to have a resemblance to a character from Popeye of the same name.
Interesting. Okay. That's a fun piece of trivia if it's true. Leighton, obscure logging railroad, Northwest crane. Details.
I cannot remember if it was in Oregon or Washington.
They're all the same. Rainy Liberal North.
One half dozen the other.
It's not Ohio, it's okay.
Yeah, there's lumberjacks and hills. Anyway, there was this one logging railroad, I think it was called like the Sanderson Logging Railroad or something, and it was just, it hugged this valley, but because it's the Northwest, the valleys like to slide.
Yes.
So they had issues with trains going, wee!
Yes.
And the railroad was too laid to get a proper one in there.
A logging railroad that's poorly laid?
How dare they?
Are you telling me you can't take a 120-ton, 8-wheeled behemoth over this?
Yes, I am telling you that explicitly.
So it was just a really bunch of home-built bullshit. They had, you know, like the winding engines off of like steam donkeys?
Yes.
They had like 3 of those on one side, so they could tie cables to trees on the hillside to keep them from sliding down, so that then they could swing the boom out to pick up shit that had fallen down.
So rather than having outriggers because mud, they have steam engine donkey things that go and grab trees.
They have grappling.
They have grappling hooks that counteract the force of trying to lift the train.
Is this a crane or is this like a mechanical Spider-Man?
Conceptually, it is kind of, well, I don't know, it's
Awesome is what it is.
yeah, it's awesome, but it's a bit more close to Doc Ock. But it did have a boom, so they could actually reach out, get stuff, and then be able to pick it up and then put it back on.
Why is it called Alice the Goon?
Because they called it, because gangster movie, this was built in like the 30s, gangster movies were really possible, and it was called, they were like, oh yeah, it's a goon, it's just gonna pick you up and grab you, and Alice was the...
like a Muggsy kind of
yeah,
goon.
like a Muggsy
I
kind
get
of
ya.
goon. Like, you want me to smash him, boss? Yeah, and it was called Alice because Alice was the...
She's the one that owns the restaurant, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say. This is a song about the restaurant.
Kill! Kill! Kill!
According to legend and lore, she was the secretary who you had to go to get your paychecks, and she was just a royal biatch.
I see.
So their way of taunting her was naming it basically Alice Mungo.
Go get Alice!
Go get out.
Basically, yeah.
All right,
I
all
like
right.
it.
Jimmy, continuing on with the Pinkertons.
Yes. Alice the Goon, very brutal Pinkerton detective. Can't remember what time period that would have been. It's a really poor name. The guy's name was Alice.
That's a man with fond memories of junior high.
Is that like a boy named Sue?
Yes, something like that. Makes you very, very, shall we say, gruff when you grow up.
No.
It was very brutal with the work he did for the Pinkertons, so he got known as a goon.
Was his name actually Aloysius, which is a male name, and everybody, just to make fun of him, started calling him Alice?
That I do not know. Definitely wasn't Alouette.
Aloysius the Goon doesn't have the same kind of ring.
Is Alice the Goon. And here I was expecting it to be a 1970s rock and roll star. Anyway, so we have CB&Q Steam Express locomotive, we have a very fun logging crane, and we have the Pinkertons, and I could go for another round, but I think it's Jimmy. Is it? No. I was gonna say, Leighton could have described it like, he's describing a very fun logging crane, yes, but it just, the name is maybe a stretch, and Brett's, I mean, it could...
Are you saying that things having endearing or otherwise names is a bit of a stretch?
What's the name?
Grandma, Peaches, Angry
Angry
Elf?
Elf.
Isn't the crane at Forney Museum not only named Miss Peachy, but doesn't it have an angry eye painted onto the hook? It is.
Yeah, it's named something like that. So, like, it is par for the course.
It is.
So I'm not getting any points regardless.
No.
Because I'm not. But is it Brett? Have we
It
finally,
is.
We finally have
Yes!
Yes! I told the truth. We picked a Brett story. Okay, but unfortunately you don't get any points.
I don't.
But Jimmy gets points for the first one here, so.
No credit for my reasonable sounding bullshit.
No, it was very reasonable sounding bullshit, but it was like the details linking it to the card were not there, but the bullshit was great.
I forgot to mention the actual name of the locomotive,
Yes.
Aeolus, which I'm surprised it didn't wind up with a different nickname.
That sounds like a mixture of a mayonnaise-based thing and a musical scale.
It does kind of, and that it still survives, albeit unstreamlined.
Really?
It does.
What is it?
This is what it looks like streamlined.
Oh, weird. I don't know if I've ever seen that thing.
Hang on. Oh, this is it today. I'm assuming you're flashing pictures.
Yes, you'll send me these two.
There's it in a park. It looks a lot like 5629.
Well, yeah, the Q had very attractive locomotives, yeah.
And this is what Alice the Goon is.
It looked like a character from Popeye. Okay, so Brett has picked a second card, and how much of that interim makes it into the final edit, we shall see.
Once again, Schrodinger's YouTube.
Schrodinger's YouTube.
Are we here? Are we not? What is life?
We don't know.
42.
So I'm shuffling again, and we will pick the second card here, see if we can get some more points. The second topic is WOOFERDUNKs. WOOFERDUNKs. Is this the sound I make in DRL Valley and Railroads Online when I couple? Dunk. That's all I got. Let's see. So we started with.
Started with me last time.
Okay, so Jimmy, WOOFERDUNKs.
WOOFERDUNKs. Okay, so you get a sound that sounds like woof, right?
Okay.
So that's what they would push the. It would have side dump cars. I'm trying to remember this whole thing here. You have side dump cars
That's
that
a
come
good way
over,
of stalling there.
whoosh, dunk.
Okay, side dump car, go whoosh, and then go dunk.
Yeah.
Okay. That, I mean, a very onomatopoeia of you, so yeah.
Onomatopoeia, there's a word.
Yes, Leighton, WOOFERDUNKs.
Speaking of onomatopoeias, it is a regional onomatopoeia in certain regions of Bavaria for the sound of a train. Wooferdunk, 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 wooferdunk.
Run that by me one more time.
stations of Wooferdunk is coming with some chocolate.
Yeah.
Well, over here, trains go chugga chugga choo, or choo choo chugga chugga, or I believe there's a whole video about that you have.
Yes.
Link in the
Search
description
that back
below.
catalog.
Oh, God, yeah, that's ancient.
Yeah, link in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe.
They said it. Ding!
So, like in Korea, dogs go "Yeep" instead of woof. It is a regional variation on the onomatopoeia. So it is, it's not, we're going to go ride the choo-choo, we're going to ride the wooferdunk.
Okay.
The WOOFERDUNK, okay. Well, when I rode behind Cab Road in the 17 at Mountaineer Scenic, the engineer leaned back over to me as he started taking off through the first crossing, and he just goes, "Woofa chaka, woofa chaka," and it's just like,
Alamosa, Alamosa, Alamosa.
that's that one.
That's that one.
Yep. We are all the same amount of broken. Got it. Every railroader. That's very possible. Brett, WOOFERDUNKs.
Wooferdunks were engines built by the British during the Second World War.
Of course they were. We got to get the Brits in on this.
Of
You got to
course.
get the Brit.
Okay, so we have. Oh God, I forgot what Jimmy said. What did Jimmy say?
Dump cars, right?
Side dump cars.
The side dump cars with the woof, then the dunk, and then we have the WOOFERDUNKs as a sound for a train, and then we have
people.
British locomotives. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So tell me more about. Tell me more about the side dump cars.
That's what they called the side dump cars. I believe this is at a mining operation. That's the sound they made when they dumped.
A mining establishment.
Mining establishment.
Mining consortiums.
So
they would dump the ore.
They dumped the ore. I mean, they call the ore cars everything else.
You want to keep the ore. You want to dump everything else.
Gonna dump the tailings.
Yeah.
You're not a very good mining consortium owner, are you?
What college did you go to?
Colorado School of Mines.
No, School of Mines.
Right. Actually, I'd like to point out between all of you nerds, I'm the only one that ever took classes in the mining department.
That's not true.
Oh, right. You almost had a tunneling miner.
Okay.
Anyway.
Mining dump cars going WOOFERDUNK. Very possible. So, what country was it with the onomatopoeia?
I think it was in like Bavaria, Austria. I don't know. The
yeah.
land of like
the
later,
chocolate region of the world.
We have the chocolate WOOFERDUNK.
later hosen and butt slappy dances.
We like ploddle dance. Look up ploddle dance. It's fun.
You're not wrong. Yes, that is a thing. Yes. And World War II British locomotives.
Yes, they're called wooferdunks because that's what they sounded like when they didn't get maintenance and wore out. They were 210Os that were built kind of on the cheap, and they were exported everywhere, and they didn't get maintained, and so over time they started sounding like wooferdunk, wooferdunk, wooferdunk.
That's.
I like that we all have audio-based stuff.
Of course. What the hell are we going to do with
Yeah, I was going to say, what else are we going to do?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I have no bloody idea. It could honestly be any of these. Brett's onomatopoeia was the best. Is it Brett?
It is.
Hey!
Again! A twofer!
You didn't get any of Brett's last
I
season.
got points though this time.
You did. You got points, and I got points.
Yes.
That means it's a three-way tie for this game, and it just means that Leighton loses.
And the video's over.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.